Hello everyone and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast as part of the Beaker Bout. This audio podcast as part of the Storm and Bostix and Syndicate. This audio podcast as part of a Motley Indicate. This audio podcast as part of the Colossus. This audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production. In this audio podcast, a look at the summary in around works by a publication from 2022 by Mohammed and Christine from 2022, an overview of health inequalities, kidney care for all in support of World Kidney Day 2022. In around the summary of this publication, in the United Kingdom, unfortunately, one of the main issues surrounding healthcare is that patients with chronic illnesses or chronic illnesses or chronic like illnesses, for example, taking the example of chronic kidney disease or CKD can face challenges, and where misinformation can lead to fragility and in around health inequalities. This then has an impact on, for example, the National Health Service or NHS in around the United Kingdom, and can prompt healthcare constraints. So the aims here were to identify firstly whether CKD recipients would approach both healthcare professionals and patients through online consultations and sort of educational support, thus prompting collaborative efforts. And secondly, to understand if whether CKD patients or recipients would welcome more integrated support, wherein recipients and professionals can bridge gaps across healthcare or across health inequalities. And in addition to sharing sort of experiences, this publication sort of prompts recipients or patients to be more than mere recipients of healthcare. CKD patients can become more empowered, so that more informed healthcare decisions can be made. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast is part of the Beaker Bout. This audio podcast is part of a Storm and Bostix and Syndicate. This audio podcast is part of a Motley Indicate. This audio podcast as part of the Colossus, and this audio podcast as part of a ZtormLabostix production.